Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net. Emphasis on the .net. And I'm here today with Earth for the weeklies. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, September 29th to October 5th, 2019. And I'm going to jump right into it because why not? So a very funny thing happened when I pulled these cards. You'll see what they are. The first one I got is share the love. All right. So for Earth, it is to share the love. And let's just start. So the first card is Three of Pentacles. And Three of Pentacles is having put in the effort, you are receiving the acknowledgement. It's also a monetary award, but it's receiving the acknowledgement for all the effort you've put into it. And if you know anything about ballerinas, they work their butts off to get any kind of a role or a part. They work to the point where their feet bleed. So receiving the acknowledgement for their effort is indeed exactly what they deserve. So you're reaping the reward for all the effort you've put into it, all the hard work you've put into life and growing and changing. And this week you should be reaping the reward. But then you get on top of it is the Chariot. And the Chariot suggests that you stay in balance. It's not that you have to stay in balance. It's all right to fall out of balance. It's what you do when you fall out of balance. How do you get back to that center line, that balance point? And it also suggests, the Chariot suggests that you keep on going and doing the same things you're doing because it's working. So stay in balance this week, which is not a positive it's not something that goes, oh yeah, this is going to make, I'm really confident about the outcome of this week. But if it says to stay in balance, then it will be, then you have the outcome of two potentials. If you don't stay in balance, you know what's going to happen. If you stay in balance, you also know what's going to happen. So the Five of Wands, and that's what's motivating you, what's pushing you forward. And the Five of Wands is, well, it is and it isn't arguing. It's kind of showing off your skills, and it's also kind of arguing with people, saying that you want this to happen in a specific way or your way, and there's nothing wrong with that. It might be simply that you are standing your ground and setting your boundaries. So it's very positive. And I'm going to go with setting your boundaries. You've been setting your boundaries lately. And that I've noticed that that's a big thing with people the last couple of weeks, that they're coming and saying, I've had it. I'm putting my boundaries down. And we all need boundaries. If we don't have boundaries, then we become exhausted, worn out, tired, etc. Boundaries keeps us sane. Boundaries keeps us on a level of groundedness. What will that bring us? Well, it brought you the Magician, and the Magician is bringing, that's two major arcana, by the way. The Magician is the one that brings energy from above and creates with it in the now. So we Earth people, I'm not an Earth person, but it's easier for me to speak in the first person. The Earth people are creating, and they've been kind of ahead of the game for the last 3 months, or basically 3 months. Earth people, because I suspect they're Earth people, and they're more tied into the energies of the Earth, they seem to excel faster and understanding what's going on. And that could just be me, but it does appear that they have that ability because they're Earth people. They can ground into the Earth faster. But they have also, this week, it's saying that they have the energy to take what has come in and change it and shift it and make it better. So this one is Two of Swords. So So the second card was stay grounded. All right. And there is setting the boundaries. Well, it seems like you may be tested this week because I have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is a card of courage and moving forward, not necessarily knowing how you're going to get someplace exactly, how the road will travel, but knowing exactly where you want to go. So you know where you want to be. You're not sure how to get there. It takes a lot of courage to move forward when you're not sure how to do things. It's fine. You have the Magician. You have set the boundaries, and you are actually well aware of certain aspects of your life. So you have a lot of strengths to go forward with. And the next card is a very interesting card, and it's another major arcana. It's the Emperor. And the Emperor has been showing up in a few of my readings lately, which is a very interesting, because the Emperor is, for me, is very hard to read. I find it's very hard to read because without the Empress, it's brittle and it's hard and harsh, and there's no compassion. But when I look at this one, I feel compassion. I feel the energy of understanding. So though it is the Emperor and he's solitary, there's no women around him, not close anyhow. I feel that the Emperor in this case is the compassionate, loving, caring entity, which is telling me that the balance within yourselves and the individual is becoming more balanced. More, the male female energy is, or yin yang, or whatever, is becoming more balanced, more you don't need somebody. You may choose to have somebody. You don't need them, which is a positive, because you never want to go into any kind of energy relationship or exchange where you need them. Choosing to have them, that's a whole new ballgame. But this is telling me that Earth people are getting to the place where you can choose. You can choose to have somebody come into your life. So what's the supporting cards for the rest of the week? The King of Wands. And the King of Wands is wisdom, intelligence, calmness, watching other people with awareness, not just watching other people, but aware of the ups, the downs, the needs, the not needs. So one of the things about this guy, the King of Wands, is his energy does not help unless he's asked to help. Okay, but with the dragon, he's definitely got a lot of intelligent wisdom. Not intelligence is a different thing than wisdom. He's got a lot of wisdom. He's a lot of know-how. Sometimes you have wisdom and intelligence, or sometimes you have wisdom, but it doesn't necessarily go hand in hand. There has been and will be, and obviously there is, because you've got the Two of Wands, Swords. There's a shift coming for you this week, so it's not all easy riding and things like that. You have a very deep shift happening. Actually, this is the inner child. So the inner child is coming up with something for you to work with, and if you go with it, or set your boundaries and go with it, and go forward with courage and stay within balance, because it's all interconnected very strongly this week. You will, and this is the Eight of Wands, you will be flying high. You will be very happy. There will be joy sometime this week, but you will remain grounded. And the grounding is the secret. So the last two cards is very interesting. It's the High Priestess and the World. So what you're doing, and this is the spiritual world over the physical world, but the energy comes into the spiritual world before we it takes effect in the physical world, not by much, because that's why we get so discombobulated. But because it hits our physical, and we get, well, there are many symptoms: nausea, vertigo, discombobulation. I love that word. Can you tell? So the high priestess is seeing things clearly, understanding things, and being wise enough not to tell everybody about it. And yeah, we know we want to get out. We want to preach. Don't do it. It's not worth your while. Preaching belongs to other people. We allow the energy to circulate. We allow the energy to tap people on the shoulder. And if they're interested, they will come to you and talk. We don't preach. You can preach if you want, but I don't recommend it. More gifts, more energy gifts coming in. And this is more, in this case, though, I think it is more of a grounding of what's already there. Grounding, shift, and change is a big word for this week. Be aware you're grounded. Be of the grounding. Be aware that this is the way you want to go. What the gifts that are being grounded will first of all be grounded within you. So you might find a heightened awareness, heightened telepathy, heightened empathy. Set your boundaries. You can do that with physical and spiritual. There might be that is just too much for you. You say, okay, take it back, cut it down, give it in increments, tiny increments, until I can accept it all. Do never take anything and just go, okay, I'll take it regardless of what. That is not spiritual. That's just asking for major headaches, trauma, drama. So tell the universe increments. The slower I go, the faster I'll arrive. And that is it seems to be a spiritual tenet. So I said that it was funny what I pulled for the cards. And the first thing is share the love. All right. So this whole week is about sharing the love, growing, and sharing the love does not mean letting people walk all over you ever. Boundaries, balance, it's a key word with love. So share the love. You can share it. You can share it wisely and expediently. But the last card, and this is where it becomes a little funny, is love. So this week is all about love, and it's all about self-love first before you share the love. All right? So you want your gifts to manifest, and you want them to manifest beautifully, and you have the power. You have to stay in balance. You have to be the emperor, which means you have to be the one in charge of your life. Set the boundaries. Be courageous. And then love. Okay? And I am done. So I see you guys have been really busy. So how is everybody?
Good. They both Debbie and Malapalik say, well, Debbie says discombobulated is a great word.
I love that word.
And Malapalik says, yes, I can tell you love that word, discombobulated.
Yeah, I love that word because it's so, what can you say to it, right? It says everything. Forgot to put my necklace on. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking. All right. So Cerise Wari says, hello, how are you? Why didn't Pisces want to clarify how he felt about me and another girl earlier? We texted after a month of no communication. He was being honest and clarified many misunderstandings except that one.
Okay, so what was the first sentence?
Why
did he want not to clarify
Pisces
about the other?
Clarify how he feels about me and another girl.
Okay. Mostly because he hasn't made up his mind. He doesn't know yet. It's not that he was trying to be dishonest or anything, but he wasn't going to make a decision on the spot. And well, there's an old show, pardon me, an old song, and it goes something like this, and I hope nobody's listening that counts. Loving both of you is breaking all the rules. So he's trying not to break any rules, basically. He wants to know who he's interested in the most. And that's logical. That's right. He wants to, you don't want to go in to a relationship and then he discovers that, hey, the other girl is not the one he loves you, right? So the fact that you guys were very honest with each other is a very big plus on your part. And I think you will find that he is leaning a little bit more towards you than any other direction. The fact that he took a month to get back to you, though, and he doesn't owe you anything, I would assume, emotionally or anything, but be prepared, be aware of what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. Just because somebody likes you doesn't mean you have to choose to like them back. Okay.
João Fermino says, hello, darling. What do you see towards my professional life in the next month?
There's certain things you need to get out there and start doing or preparing. Maybe there's people you need to knock on their door, so to speak, and get things mobile. It's not the time to sit on your laurels. It's time to get out and create action. You need to be the creator in this respect. So basically, that's what I'm seeing. It's time for you to create. Okay.
Jen Taylor says,
hi, Jen.
Good evening. Jennifer Schwebb says, hello, Eliz-sha and Elle.
Hi.
Maria Herrera says, hello.
Hi, Maria.
Megan McCarthy says, good evening, lovelies. Yes, this is all resonating with me.
Thank you. That's awesome. I come up here and I wonder, what am I going to say today? And I pull out a card and I go, oh, okay. Luckily, I know my cards pretty well. Or actually, they know me pretty well.
Rachel Spalding says, hi, ladies. Hope you are well. Do you see me doing a different line of work next year? If so, what will it be?
Okay, I can tell you a different line of work, but I can't tell you what it will be. That is free choice. Rachel. It does appear that you're going to be dragged somewhere in a different direction. It's almost like somebody's grabbed you by the collar and is dragging you back and say, hey, what's happening? So it's somebody sees that you have the potential to do something and they kind of pull you into it. You do have a choice, but it does look like it might be more fun than what you're doing. And whoever's dragging you loves you dearly or thinks highly of you and thinks that you'll be really good at whatever it is. I suspect it's something you would never ever have thought of. And I'm not going to spoil the surprise, because then you'll look for it, and I don't want you to look for it. I want you to enjoy the whole trip. And it's probably something that that will become a passion for you if you choose to go that direction. Just know you're supported along the way. So if you're worried that the shift in careers will cause you money disruptions, just know you're supported. Okay.
Malapala says, hi, Elisha and Elle. What are Gemini's plans for our date? Spoilers.
Oh. You know what? I'm going to tell you this. It appears to be I think it's positive. I'm not going to tell you what, because it would be a spoiler. But I would love to hear after the date, I'd love to hear what he did. And I would love to hear what he did to know if I'm right or not. But I'm not going to tell you. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Not in the beast. But it's, if I tell you, then the surprise won't be there, and it won't be as much fun. And this is so much more fun for you. Honest to God.
Debbie says, I resonate more with my Virgo rising and moon than my Sagittarius sun. Thank you, Elisha. Megan McCarthy asks, my job did end, and I wanted to know if you see me in my own business next or needing to find a new job. I'm trying to shift into the energy of being my own boss.
So you might want a part-time job until your job takes off. And that's partly from experience, but they did say part-time, which it doesn't have to be much, just enough to keep your head above water. But it takes your own job, your own head business. It takes 3 years for it to take off. And I know this from experience. No, mine's taking a little more than 3 years, but not because the website didn't actually get up until last August. So it's a year. So I've still got a little bit to go, and it's starting to roll. It's starting now. I put a lot of effort. It's a 9-to-5 job. It's not a 9-to-5 job, but it is 8 hours a day job. So it's coming. I apologize.
Sorry, there's someone at our door, and our dogs are going insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's our dogs are very good warriors when they're behind closed doors. So for the next little while, you will be you will need a little bit extra money, unless you've got support at home and everything. But don't worry about it. The feel is very positive for your job, and unless you've been working on it already, and that will be another answer. But as I said, the first thing that came was part-time. So make it something that's mindless, right, or easily no thinking, because you're going to put a lot of thinking effort into your own job. And good luck. It does feel like it will do well. All right.
Mimi asks, hello. Will May hire me tomorrow after she sees my work performance?
Well, the first word that came to me was simply yes. And there was no explanation, just yes. Let me ask May directly. She has every intention of hiring you. That's her intent. She, for some reason, she says, I know this, I know you, and and I have a good feeling about you, and she's fine with helping you learn a new. She's helping you learn new stuff, new experiences, training. Pardon my English. She's helping. She's okay with training. Okay. Good luck.
Gabriela R. asks, I got into an argument with the woman I'm renting a room from, so she decided to serve me with a 3-day notice for unpaid rent, which is a lie. I paid in cash. Will I ultimately win the case? I have evidence of staying here, and her story didn't make sense that she told the police.
Well, first of all, if you can, get out of there. I mean, once it becomes that vindictive, it's kind of pointless. And as you pointed out, the police are on your side, and I think that ultimately she is obviously in the wrong, and I don't feel that this will cost you a great deal of energy. Ultimately, it's frustrating, and it's cranky. She's cranky, but I don't think you'll lose money. All right.
Media Herrera asks, hello, any messages for my oldest sister Anna in regards to her son Jose and his wife? Thank you.
Apologize, but Jose says, Mama, please keep your nose out of it. I think that's exactly what he said. It was said with love. There's no heart, there's no anger, no frustration, but he says what's happening is between him and his wife, and he doesn't want any energy. He doesn't want it to escalate. But what you're surmising will happen is probably going to happen. All right. And I realize that's not the answer you were hoping for. But at this point, I think he wants his space. He wants their space. All right.
One sec.
You lost them. No, it's a lot of movement. I noticed. See what I did? See, that's a resin, and then I wrapped it, and I actually wrapped it for this, but it was too small. I didn't cut the pieces long enough, so I put it into this. So it's interesting, isn't it? But it's something, and I'm learning how to wrap. I'm learning how to do weaves and stuff with wrapping, and it's fun. Did you find it?
Yeah, no, I'm good about that. Nanny Drea asks, is Bodelia trying to set me and my boyfriend up to get in trouble?
So it does appear that Bodelia is not a nice human being. And if you have any possible way of not being around that person, that would be ideal. I don't know if you can get away from that person or not. But I would be extremely careful of everything that comes from her mouth. Don't believe a thing she says until it's proved true. Don't give her any leeway to to do anything. And I suspect she likes to chatter behind your back. So be ready, be prepared to answer any questions that are that need not that everybody asks every question that needs to be answered. All right, be prepared to stop and think before you answer. Be prepared to tell people where your whereabouts were on a certain time and date. So pay attention to where you are at any given time, and note the time just for your own sake. All right, because the short answer to that question is yes. Okay.
Megan McCarthy says, haha, yeah, that's a great word and pretty funny sounding. Again,
It is
discombobulated.
I know. I love it.
Kylie Brown asks, does the old woman that I live with plan on doing witchcraft on me?
If she does, get out. I don't feel she does. I do feel that she has that capabilities. I think she, as long as you feel that she's treating you with respect and you treat her with respect, I feel you'll be fine. If she's not somebody that you're comfortable with, you do need to find another place to live, regardless of whether she's working magic or not. If she's smart, she knows that all magic has a toll. Everything has a price when it comes to magic, and it's not necessarily the price you expect to pay. So I don't get that she's after you particularly, though there appears to be a female energy that she doesn't like very much. I think she prefers to have the money from the room rental over the losing to you. Okay, does that make sense?
I believe so.
What did you get out of that?
Nothing that I can contribute, really.
Okay, so basically the same.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jen Taylor says, great reading for Earth. Yasmin Fox asks, hey, what are the messages from my angels? Thank you as always.
Your angels are always telling you to go out and have fun, right? You must lead a fairly quiet life, because they do seem to think that you overthink things, and you overthink things, and you what's the word? That you don't spend enough time just enjoying life. And they're telling me again, go out and have fun. Go out and enjoy life. Even if it's just to go out for half an hour and have a beer with other people. And it doesn't have to be people just so that you have the energy of touching other people energetically, not necessarily physically. That that might get you into trouble. But you know what I mean. So go out and and be a people watcher for a little while. Go out and it's not broaden your mind that they want you to do, because that's not a problem with you. It's relax your mind a little bit. Allow that which you already know to integrate. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay.
Megan McCarthy says, thank you for the reading. Much needed messages.
I'm happy to hear that is needed.
Andrea P says, will I get accepted for the program to move far away? They were supposed to notify all applicants last week, but I came to find out there has been a glitch and they haven't fixed it yet. Be the squeaky wheel.
Basically, she wants to know if she's going to move, right?
If she's accepted to move far away.
So they showed me with wings on your back, so like you're flying. So I would assume metaphorically that you are going to move. You're going to go somewhere else. You also have a smile on your face, and like my daughter says, reach out and ask them. Be the squeaky wheel. Squeaky wheel gets oiled first. But it does appear very positive.
Debbie says, self-love. Yes, I'm buying myself a new handbag this week.
Congratulations. That's an epitome of self-love, right? Especially for a female.
Mm-hmm. Sari Soiree says, okay, thank you so much. Yeah, that's true. He doesn't owe me anything to even start the conversation, so thank you so much. Rox999 says, hello.
Hi.
Kelly Bowman asks, I was wrongly accused of scratching up a brand new refrigerator. Did someone set me up so that all the blame can be on me like it currently is?
Somebody else did it and allowed you to take the fall, that's for sure. My suggestion is you plant yourself in front of those people and you say, I did not do this, and be resolute and be strong. I did not do this, and just tell them that you didn't do it. It's the resolute, the strength that I did not do this energy that will sway them. It's not, well, I'm really sorry it happened, but don't go in without anything but pure, I did not do this. Don't explain. Don't make any, I don't know who did. Don't anything, nothing. Just simply, I did not do this. And be powerful in your speech when you do this, because somebody else was going to let you take the blame even though you had nothing to do with it. Okay?
Rox999 says, what does Pete think about me? Thank you.
Pete. Okay, this is just advice. Pete thinks you're a pretty cool lady, but I don't think Pete is the kind he's more of a kind to love him and leave him than to stick around. So be very careful where you put your heart, and be very careful that you for anything. I think he's a nice guy, but I think he's got what they call wanderlust. And if even with he sticks around for a while, he will eventually get up and move, because he can't keep his feet planted in one place very long. Okay, that's just my advice. Basically, he thinks you're a kind of cool person.
Okay, so I'm going to jump to Jennifer Schweb real quick.
Okay.
She's been trying to post this question like 4 or 5 times, and it just showed up.
Oh, poor Jennifer. She has trouble with technology.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm chalking it up to YouTube fixing what's not broken.
Yep.
So I'll jump into her and then we'll go back into order. She asks, the night I had that talk with you about my mom and the 7-year no contact, she contacted me that night, so I called her this week for closure and peace. Do you see us remaining friendly with each other?
So remember the card I said? Boundaries. If you've got powerful boundaries, you can do it. Your mother probably has not changed as much as you have. And she will remember how it worked in the past, and will continue to have the same energy. You can do it fine if you don't buy into anything she says, and you just go, that's very interesting, Mom. But and you have boundaries. So if you cleared in all the areas where she hooks you, you're fine. If you're not cleared in all the area where she hooks you, then you know where to work. So the answer is actually, it's up to you. Good luck on that one. But it is kind of funny that you kind of swirled the energy around enough to make her reach out to you, isn't it? It's very telling how powerful you are. Okay.
Puzzle of Life says, "Hi, I'm manifesting for a great fun job that will increase my finances to happen for me very soon. Can you give me an idea of what it is? Spirit keeps showing me lime green butterflies." LOL.
Okay, so that's lime green butterflies would be and when you get the job, it'll make sense. Lime green is a very fun color, and as a flavor, it's very nice. And butterflies is continuous, change, right? So the job you're getting, and I do get that you're going to get a job soon. The job you're going to, and I can't tell you what it is exactly, but I can tell you that the job you're getting is a job of growth, and it's lime green, so it's bright and shiny, and it's new, a new kind of energy. It probably revolves around new energy. Not that the job is a new job, new to the world, but what you're going to be working with will be new energy. It's also light and fun, which you're manifesting, right? So, and I'm going to go out on a limb. There's 2 potentials. One is going to be in the food industry. 2, it's going to be something to do with clothes. There's two potentials, and I don't know which one you would like the most, but it will be light and fun, and you will enjoy it. At least, yeah, I see you enjoying yourself with it.
You ready for the next?
Yeah.
Rachel Spaldings says, "Thank you, Eliz-sha. Sounds exciting. I can't wait. Have a great night. Beautiful weather in Sydney today."
We might be getting snow tomorrow, which is like 2.5 months early.
Yeah, but it's not going to stick.
It won't stick,
Let's be
but
real.
it's still snow and we haven't got winter tires.
Yeah, well, it just means we don't go out of the house tomorrow.
Which means we don't go to the house tomorrow.
And I finished working on my new bed.
Yeah, I've got a new bed because their other bed's falling apart.
Yep. Sariswari and Debbie both say, and this is around the time the dogs start barking, like madhouses. Haha. Same with my dog, LOL, comes from Sariswari. And Debbie says, great guard dogs. Actually, no. They sound vicious, but the worst thing they're going to do to you is lick you to death.
Yeah. Scare the devil out of you because of the deep voice, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, they'll just cuddle and lick you to death.
Yeah.
Megan Fox. Megan McCarthy says, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Lally Polly says, oh, Elisha. Haha. I am so excited with our date. Seeing each other after such a long time. I will definitely tell you what happens. Thank you, Elisha, and you're welcome.
And manifest a beautiful date. You can do that. You can date. You can say, "This is universe. This is what I want." All right, and how it comes about will be totally different from what you manifest, what you thought you manifested, but it will be along the same lines you manifested. If that makes any sense. I know when I manifest things, I'm going, never thought of it that way, but that's really cool. So go ahead and manifest and enjoy.
Blossom11 asks, I want to know if I am right about the connection I have with my ex, Mitt. Do I have clarity on what is taking place?
So 75% is clear. 75% you know for sure. 25% your emotions are got in the way. I recommend always stepping back and viewing it as if you were a third person. Somebody outside of the emotional energy of it. What you're feeling, though, the majority of what you're feeling, I would go with that. And I would go with what you're feeling for the majority of the energy. All right. I don't know how any more to answer to that one.
Okay. And Ariela Almamia says, hello, just wanted to send love and healing energy to all of you wonderful ladies. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Caps lock was on.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yasmin Fox says, thank you. You helped a lot. Let's see. Jennifer Schweb says she was wondering if Spirit didn't want her to know the answer to her question about her mother. And she adds, I only called her because I felt no matter how it goes, I will still be okay and strong. Thank you so much. I was telling my family that you and I talked about her, pulling her into my energy, LOL.
I think you're a powerful woman. I don't see any problem with it. What you were before is not what you are now. And so you're falling back into the energy of what had transpired, but you're forgetting all the years in between where you've turned into this powerful woman. No, pardon me. You're not turned into something. You've allowed that to come out in yourself. And basically, you have, what's the word? You've bested bears in their den. I'm pretty darn certain you can handle this easily. Okay.
Debbie says, I love butterflies. Puzzle of Life says, thank you very much. I love making goodies. LOL.
That would be a really good.
Share recipes.
No, but that would be a really good way to make money. Is to make a homegrown. If you're a good cook. I'm a mediocre cook because I don't enjoy it. But people love to eat, and you could do healthy foods and make healthy cookies. And yes, with chocolate, you need to make them with chocolate. That would be a really good. I suspect it would take a business that would take off really quickly if you could just start out with cookies and sell cookies. And I don't know how to price things, but that's an option, I don't know where that came from. Good luck. Whoever that was meant for.
Puzzle of Life. You because they said earlier that they were looking for a new fun, exciting job. You said it was either going to be in food.
Yeah, I know, but that came out of left field.
Yeah, no, but they also said that they love cookie. They love making goodies, so it still works with.
Okay, so I would recommend you look at paleo. Actually, if you're going to sell cookies, because the paleo cookies, well, they taste so much better than the white sugar cookies. And there's a lot of people out there, and you can make them with flour, and you can make them with non-flour. And I basically cook paleo. When I make desserts, I have to say paleo desserts are some of the most divine desserts on the face of the earth.
Aren't there some recipes that instead of flour, it's like sweet potato or avocado?
There is a lot. And there's quinoa.
Yeah, or chia. There's quite a few. My uncle, who is very meat and potatoes, ate one of the desserts Mom made.
I made a chocolate pie. It was made out of nuts.
Almonds.
Almonds were the base, but cashews are the cashews make the best cream cheese pie you've ever tasted. And my brother, and he has a brother, he looks at me and says, "You made that?" So I mean, even at our age, your brothers and sisters still treat you like brothers and sisters.
And needless to say, I believe he went back for seconds, or we didn't come home with leftovers.
We never come home with.
That's true. But yeah, no, there are some great desserts, and my sister made brownies with avocado.
Yeah, and
for this same uncle, because he was storing a car for us.
And then for my grandson's birthday, she made the same dessert for a whole bunch of boys. Mm-hmm. And it went over very well, I understand.
Yeah, they all liked it. But I mean, 7-year-old boys who love zombies and Halloween, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, well, she also made a zombie cake for them too, which is beautiful. Well, it wasn't. It was horribly ugly.
It was gross.
Yeah, the kids loved it.
She also adds, yes, hey, thanks for the idea. I would love to start a goodie business. I will make note of this. LOL. Share with me some
brown bags.
Yeah.
With stamps on them with your logo.
Yeah.
And we'll share with you anytime.
Oh yeah, totally. Mind you, I will share how good it tasted, not how to make things.
That's true.
You'll see me behind a computer more often than you'll see me in the kitchen.
Oh, well, she knows how to boil water. We'd be surprised.
Barely. I barely know how to boil water to make tea. Debbie says, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Everyone, thank you, Debbie.
That would be great. Thank you.
Jennifer Schweb returns Gabriela Almamia's blessing. and healing energy back to her. Blossom 11 says, okay, thank you. And LOL to the caps part. Melancholy says, thanks for the tip on manifesting my date, Eliz-sha. Blossom 11 adds, spreading sunshine to you both. Thanks for the clarity. Thank you. Thank you. Jennifer Schweb says, yes, thank you so much, Eliz-sha. Your support is amazing. Loving hugs sent to you. And
right now is a great time to manifest, by the way.
yes.
I mean, I needed more money to pay for Wisdom Seekers this week, and I to pay all my bills for the business. And so I said, hey, universe, I need readings. I got readings. It's a great time to manifest.
Debbie says, I make a mean spaghetti bowl.
I like spaghetti.
Yes.
We actually use a lot of egg spaghetti, not egg spaghettis, rice spaghettis and things like that, because we do try to stay away from flours.
Except for bread. We can't give up our toast.
We do have bread, but we have organic sprouted.
Yeah.
That's why I figured I can do it.
Loophole. Mellow Yellow says hello.
Hi, Mellow.
Puzzle of Life is laughing at the inability to boil water. And
that's how she gets out of making supper.
Basically. That, and I might possibly poison someone.
No, that's not true. She just doesn't want to cook.
That too. Maria Herrera says, blessings and have a wonderful night.
Thank you all.
And unless Mellow Yellow has a question, we are done for today. And with all this food talk, I'm getting hungry anyways.
Well, it's almost 6 o'clock here for us.
And Mellow Yellow says yes.
Which means she's got a question?
I'm going to say yes. I don't know.
So, yeah,
yes.
It's...
writing yes. Yes!
I know Mellow Yellow for a few years now. She's quite
humorous?
Funny. Yeah, humorous. That's a better word for it. So, there it is.
I just reached out. What does he think?
Okay. As you know, he's a curmudgeon, and he's a little grumbly. So he's grumbling and rah, 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 rah kind of energy. But underneath it, he's going, ha ha, I'm pretty pleased. So he thinks he's going to give you a bit of your own medicine, and he's going to take a little bit of time to answer you. But I suspect you're going to hear from him probably when you least have the time to talk to him, because he has that talent, I've noticed. But basically, he's pleased that you reached out, but he's being like I said, a curmudgeon, and he also wants to go home, put his feet up because his feet hurt. So probably it's going to take a little while for him to reply. But like I said, the two of you, you go back and forth, and I do believe that that the energy between you can be very positive. All right. Good luck on that one. You're probably the only one in creation that could live with him.
Mellow Yellow says, "Great, it's a dance. Thank you. Thanks. We go back and forth, as you know."
Yeah.
Debbie suggests broccoli sprouts, really good for you. I eat them every day.
They are.
And I'm just going to call it. We'll end on Jennifer Schweb. And she says, I see your smile, Eliz-sha, and listen to you and Elle. Laughing is so much. Oh, listening to you and Elle is so much fun. Laughing is so much fun, and spreads so much joy to the rest of us.
Yeah, we enjoy ourselves, and I enjoy very much being on here, visiting with everybody. I pick up on your energy, and it's like I know you, maybe not well, but I know a little bit about you, and because I am and always have been an empath, and so it doesn't matter where you are in the world, I can feel your energy. So like I say, I get to know each person.
And Mellow Yellow ends it with have a blessed evening.
Thank you.
And with that, join us
tomorrow.
And Jennifer says, I look forward to it as well.
Yeah, and then tomorrow on Sunday we will have, I think it's at 1:00 my time, Pacific time. Maria de Luna will come on and do an interactive. As I say, she's fabulous. Not here on Wisdom Seekers Facebook, live, I hope. Oh, wow, probably written. We will do the Sunday service at noon. I'm not running it. Elizabeth is, and she's going to talk on a really cool subject that I'll let her explain. I do believe Monday, Erin will be here on because I took her place last Monday, and then on Wednesday we have
a meditation.
Anna Lou will be doing the meditation, and as you know, her meditations are powerful. I have a lot of comebacks from both the ladies. I'm just super impressed with both of them. On Friday, if I can tie her down, we will have another in-depth with Elizabeth, and that's where we're going to stop, because Friday is also the day we do
these live interactives,
and we don't have to run off to
shop
Costco shop, but we do have toilet paper again. So with that, I'm going to go, and thank you, Debbie. Thank you, everybody, and namaste, namaskar.
Bye, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Probably. Yeah. And it's always a pleasure.